Plaintiff Michael Thomas was married to the defendant for 10 and a half years, and they went to marriage counseling for years before deciding to divorce. Michael claims their problems stem from the fact that the defendant has a shopping addiction, and he's suing her today for medical bills. Defendant Ruby Thomas says her problems with Michael weren't because of her shopping habits. They were because of Michael's attitude. Ruby claims Michael was mean and controlling, and he became jealous after their son was born because he didn't like that Ruby was spending all of her time with the baby. She's countersuing for dental bills and emotional distress.
Start with you.
This is my ex-wife. We were married for about 10 and a half years. And 5 years into the marriage, things kind of went bad to where we needed a lot of counseling. We had several sessions of counseling, and it wound up not really repairing anything to where the marriage could be fixed. So over the next several years or so, the marriage gradually gotten bad. And where the marriage went wrong is because she's real bad with money, and she has a shopping addiction. And
oh, well, that was the problem. Y'all went to the wrong type of counselor. Y'all needed a financial counselor if that was the problem. Said she spent up all the money.
Yeah, it even got so bad where we even had to file bankruptcy. And even after filing bankruptcy, she still had the same habits, and she was real hard to deal with throughout the marriage. So it just got to the point where we decided to call it quits.
Ma'am, you want to give me some background?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, we actually divorced. It wasn't because of that. It was because Michael was mean to me. He was rude. He's controlling. He's jealous-hearted. I found out on Facebook that he was, we were splitting up. He put it on Facebook. Yeah. So, and he also sent me something saying that if you were on fire, I wouldn't piss on you. And at that time, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry because I didn't know if he was serious or not.
First 5 years, you said everything was fine. Well, how do you characterize the first 5 years?
Well, I believe after my son was born, he became jealous-hearted of me spending time with my son. And I think that that's really what started the trickle-down of that. No, the finances, we both had spending habits, and we both had issues back and forth with just, I mean, the bankruptcy wasn't just because of my spending habit. It was because of our spending habits.
Was that the principal reason you all went to counseling, though?
No, and actually the counseling thing, he wouldn't even go the first few times we were set up to go to a counseling session. So I went alone.
Was that the principal issue? No. Finances?
No.
Oh, okay. Sir, what do you
respond? In response to the Facebook comment, it's not true. When we, by the time we separated, I didn't even know what Facebook was. I didn't have a Facebook page until like several months after we had separated.
That is true, because my sister called me and said, hey, what's going on with you and Mike? And I said, what are you talking about? She was like, well, he posted on Facebook.
Okay. Tell me why you're here today.
We're here today because of unpaid medical bills. Per our parent plan, any out-of-pocket costs, we are to split 50-50, and I'm to carry them on my medical insurance, and she's to carry them on dental. And any out-of-pocket costs, we have to split 50-50. And I've been very patient between 2012 through the end of last year, even through this year. She refused. And I've been very patient, and she's been uncooperative. And I even got to the point where late last year, I asked her, I said, what are you going to do about this? Because it's getting to the point where it's starting to affect the credit score. It's in collections. How
much is it?
Her half is half of $3,690. But the reason I'm suing her for the full amount is because there's a provision in our parent plan that the person who doesn't carry the medical insurance, if they refuse, then they could be subject to pay the whole amount. And this is that type of situation, and I have proof of that here in the parent plan.
Please. That sounds very odd, if the judge would order that.
It's right here highlighted.
And just let me get this straight. You expect her to pay you thousands of dollars, yet you're divorced Because she was spending all the money. Does that make sense to you? So that's why you brought her to me. All right.
Right. She still needs to be responsible.
If that's true, ma'am, why don't you give me your side?
Okay. First of all, yes, he did contact me about a bill. But if you, I have text messages and just a whole bunch of things showing how he and his wife, his current wife, which I believe.
She's spending all the money.
No, I believe they were already messing around before we divorced or we separate. I believe they were already messing around before we separated.
All y'all was spending your money. Your ex-wife, your current wife.
Yeah.
No,
I got it bad.
Okay, what I wanted to say was that the way he talks to me is very derogatory, very disrespectful, rude.
True.
I have a Facebook message proving this, Your Honor, that I would like to show you of how he talks to me, and this is the manner that he comes to me all the time.
That's no defense to paying for the children's care, man.
And this is the second page. Now,
that's your emotional distress claim. We'll get to that. I want you to address his claim against you, the unpaid medical bills.
Okay, now on here I have text messages that we sent back and forth between me and him and his wife, where I'm asking him, what bills are you talking about? Let's talk about this. My kids, over the course of 2012, 2014, they went through a lot of doctor visits back and forth. Some where he paid, some he didn't pay.
Let me have the medical bills you're suing her for. Ma'am?
My whole entire thing with that is that I asked him I said, can you give me a copy? Because if the medical insurance is in his wife's name and the bills are coming to his house.
Okay, so your defense is he never gave you a copy. Is that what you're about to tell me?
Yes. What I'm saying is if he gives me a copy, and when he first started questioning me about these bills, I said, can you give me a copy of what is owed, and then I'll pay it. But see, I don't trust him because before he's told me he's paid stuff, and then I have text messages showing where we went back and forth where he couldn't tell me who he paid, what he paid, how he paid, and when I called him, and then I don't mind paying him. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. It's just that I'm not going to give you money because I don't trust him.
Please, can I respond, Your Honor? What she's saying is really not true because in what you're holding right there at the top of the page, it has her name on it. It has her address. It has her social security, which means when she took the kids to the doctor, she gave them her information for them to contact her. And they contacted her as much as they contacted me. She knew she took them to that medical provider. She could have called them at any time.
What do you say to that, ma'am?
Your Honor, if we have so many...
Bill is in your name, going to your address.
Yes, but what I'm saying is if it's an old bill, and I'm asking him what bill are you talking about, because we have so many, and he won't give me a copy of it.
You called the medical clinic that you took them for treatment, and you say, what has been paid? That's how you know. So, ma'am, that's not cutting it either. How are you entitled to all of it, though, sir?
It goes to the...
oh, you're talking about what this document says?
Yes.
You know, lawyer, that's why you don't know what this says. Go back to your lawyer before you request that she give you all of it, which is the case. You think the penalty of her not paying on time is to pay all of the bill. No, it's to pay any extra. If a party fails to comply with the policy requirements and this results in an additional unpaid cost, meaning like a delinquency cost, additional unpaid cost, that party shall be required to pay all of the additional costs. All right, so divide that by 2, $36.90. And your counterclaim, ma'am, $3,140 for unpaid dental bills and emotional distress.
$1,845.
Okay. Ma'am, your counterclaim.
Okay, my dental bill was a bill that he and his wife, when I added her onto the insurance at the dental clinic.
You added his wife?
Yes, because the reason why I did that was that we would have less of an out-of-pocket cost because she was carrying the kids on their dental insurance too. Okay. Well, I also told him, I said, well, what bill are you talking about? I said, but you know what, you're harassing me over a bill that I don't remember what it is, but I have this dental bill. I've given you a copy of it, and I've also, your wife was there, so she know when we created the bill.
He's ordered to pay half of the dental bill? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but...
Has he paid his half?
No, he hasn't paid anything.
So is that what you're suing him for?
Yes.
All right. Can I have it, please?
It's a dental bill and an anesthesiologist bill.
All right. And sir, what's your defense to paying the dental bill she has presented me?
My defense is she knows that I never said I would not pay, unlike her. When it comes to the dental bills,
Why haven't you paid then?
Because we was just trying to wait until it's all paid and sorted out by the insurance companies. Why it didn't get paid is due to her negligence. She dragged her feet, or she was negligent and then contacting the dental provider and the insurance company in a timely manner about letting them know that
all right,
I am
so
the
then
primary
contact
court order.
And what was the result of that?
Not paid.
All
Your
right,
Honor, that is not true. If you notice on there, you see the behind there, you see where I made payments on that actual dental bill. You'll see where I made payments from my actual, it came out of my checking account on there.
All right, and what is your emotional distress for, ma'am?
My emotional distress, if you see on the text message or the Facebook message there, is how he wants to talk to me, how he wants to converse with me back and forth, him and his wife. They're constantly texting me, and with this whole
Saying what?
entire, I mean, he's being rude. He's calling me a trifling mother, and you know, his whole thing is he wants to degrade me as much as he can, whether it's in front of the kids or not. And you know, I'm constantly
stupid, ignorant, ugly. You haven't been but a problem. All I simply said to your dumb is that you don't have to call about little petty. It is not necessary. You stupid Mother Scooter, you have no time in your life but to be stupid and act ignorant. You're threatening me about going to court. Mike, it is apparent now more than ever that you are a very ignorant man. You must not be satisfied with your new girl. That's why he went off on you, man. Y'all going off on each other. You talking about the man's wife. Your judgment, ma'am, is $695 for the bill that he has failed to pay, and his judgment is $1,845 for the bill you're supposed to pay. You talk about his wife, he talk about you. Nobody's getting any money for that. Have a good day. That's my order.
I'm just glad that justice has been served, and I'm glad that we kind of can put an end to this because it's caused some friction in my life and my marriage, so it's done.
I just wish that he would not lie so much, but you know what? It's okay because he's going to have to go back to court, and yeah, you've lied about many things, but it's all right.
Nope.